so comfortable on the beach. But I think I would like to come along with me for a while. Man, it was stuck on there really tightly. That's the biggest beet I have ever seen. It smells very sweet, but I definitely can't lug that thing around. Perfect. Hey, juice is already coming out of the tap. Now I have beet syrup on tap. Good idea. I'll try to cut a hole in the glass. I'd say that worked pretty well. Now what? A professional job. There! Another cry for help. I need to find out what's going on here. Hello?
Hello, my pointy hat. A juvenile delinquent.
What? I thought you were calling for help.
Help? A wood dwarf never asks for help.
You... There, again.
Do you see those hatches? I'm about to come over there and lock you up in one of our tunnels. And there you can...
Admire the tunnels? Again, you just called for help again.
Called for help? A sneeze, that's all. I've come down with a dwarf cold. Must have caught it somewhere in the hiking tunnel when I went to see my parents.
All right.
About my dwarf cold, my housemates have already headed for the hills. That's what I would have done in their place. A dwarf cold's nothing to sneeze at.
Are you sure I can't help you somehow?
Yes, I'm sure. Nobody can help me. Although, except for one person, perhaps, she could help me. If she wanted to. But, a wood dwarf never asks for help.
Are you sure I can't help you somehow?
Yes, I'm sure. Nobody can help me. Although, except for one person, perhaps.
Who would that be?
Anya Mouse. Now that old Uli is gone, she's... the...
Only one?
Exactly. She's the only one who can deal with illnesses.
So let's go and ask her.
A wood dwarf never asks for help.
Remember thank you gift for the badgers for the rhubarb pie. I'll take that. Securely locked. There, at last. I won't need the key anymore. I'll just leave it in the lock. Hey look, but I can't get across the brook here. One of the dwarves is sick.
Oh, fudge. Don't worry. Old Uli taught me a lot about dwarf illnesses. Off to the wood dwarves. Blistering blue Battenberg. This is a very bad case of dwarf cold.
That's what I said. Really, really bad.
Don't you worry. Old Uli taught me a remedy for this. Jerry, will you help me find a few ingredients for this poor dwarf?
Of course.
Oh, thank you. Here, take this recipe. Gesundheit.
Gesundheit.
I'll be in the cafe getting everything ready. The recipe's a list of things we need to get the poor guy back out to the root fields. And then at last we'll get some blue juice again. Steinberg, we'll have you back on your feet in no time. And now I need to hurry back. I've got a delicious buttercup pie in the oven.
To heal the dwarf and your needs. A yellow marsh marigold bud, a fish scale, and some pepper.
Extravagant. How can I help you?
About the dwarf medicine.
You found all the ingredients. Let's hope that old Uli's recipe is good for something. There's some pepper left over. Here. Uli's medicine has to be stirred into something liquid and then administered to the patient. And then there will be blue juice once again. And we're going to need lots of blue juice for the early Tree Talk Festival.
See you later.
Take care. I'm already...
In Master of D's it says, to the Coldwater Brook Bridge, but it looks like gobbledygookies. That smells good. There, I stirred in the medicine. I wonder if it tastes good like that. There, yeah, that's the way I always take my cough syrup.
This won't help with a dwarf cold. It will only make it worse. Stay away from me. This won't help with a dwarf cold. It will only make it worse. Stay away from...
I'm sure my mug is... Here's some blue juice medicine to help with your bad dwarf cold. Say ah.
Our blue juice. The original. delicious.
Some colour's already returning to your cheeks.
And tomorrow we will see to the harvest.
You should stay in bed.
In bed. Stay in bed. Sleep at last. No sore throat. No dwarf cold. And no dwarf cough.
Exactly.
Anya. You must go to Anya.
That's quite far away, you know.
Take Tunnel 47.
Tunnel 47? This one. What? Why didn't you tell me that before?
Dwarf secret. You must go to Anya. Tell her thanks. Starting tomorrow, there will be blue juice once again.
I did it! The dwarves are going to produce blue juice again, and Anya can go ahead and prepare for the Treetop Festival. Now all I have to do is send out the invitations. You must be kidding! A shortcut? Couldn't somebody have told me that sooner? One hot coffee. Too bad I don't like coffee.
Bored! Bored!
Coffee won't help. It looks interesting, but I can't... Here comes Anya's piping hot coffee.
You're not just going to pour it on the ground, are you? Anya's coffee is wood famous and so good. Her?
We're going to use it to free your bike.
We are? In that case, what are you waiting for?
It worked! See, Plato?
Thank you, Jerry. Now I can finally get back in the saddle and deliver the mail. I heard you would like to send out invitations.
Yes, I'm supposed to send invitations for the Treetop Festival to all the citizens of Mousewood.
Really? That's a lot of invitations, but friends are supposed to help each other out, and you've already helped me out more than once. I'll be waiting for you here. Bring me your invitations and I'll distribute them for you.
Thanks, Plato.
No, I need to thank you. You helped me even though you didn't know me. You're a true tree walker. Her?
Now the invitation is in the envelope. The snail did a good job sealing the envelope. I think I'd better let it go on its way now. Bye, shimmering snail. Whoa! The stamp made a zillion copies of the invitation. They hardly fit in my backpack now. Could you deliver this for me?
I would love to do that. But wait. I see you've still got some mail that needs to be delivered.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot about that.
Please hurry and I'll deliver it. In the meantime, I'll pump up my tyres. Her?
Could you deliver this for me?
I would love to do that. But wait, I see you've still got some mail that...
Oh yeah, I can...
Please, in the mean... Her?
To Mr. Church...
Oh, thanks. I've been waiting a long time for this. My language instruction package, Coconut Palm Islandese overnight, on 30 cassettes. I need to be well prepared if I want to retire there. Are you waiting for something?
A tip, maybe?
We're church mice. We have nothing to just give away.
Could you deliver this for me?
That's a lot of invitations. But friends are supposed to help each other out, and you've already helped me out more than once. Her? I'd better get going. There's so much to do. Like I always say, a single hop is not that hard. And many hops in a row can get you anywhere. But we could use my bike as well.
Your bicycle?
Sure, if you want to travel faster through Mousewood and its surroundings. Just call on me. Then I'll give you a ride on my mail bike. Just use this clicker frog with one of the golden post horns that you find everywhere in Mousewood. Whenever you're in a hurry, just sound its legendary call. Then I'll come flying by on my fateful bike and take you wherever you need to go.
Flying?
Riding, I mean.
Wow, thank you.
But I won't do this for just anyone, so keep it to yourself. And where would you like to go now? Woohoo! Hello, Jerry. Well, where to? Let's go. Hang on tight, Jerry. See you later.
Jerry, you have sent the invitations and ordered the blue juice, and in doing so, you have healed a dwarf, rescued little Ursula, and experienced much more. You are indeed developing into a genuine tree walker. Now we will begin with the magical part of the training.
And then comes the Treetop Festival. We're looking forward to the blue juice, so hurry up with your training, Nestling.
Ever since I can remember, the Treetop Festival has been held here once a year. Ooh, it serves to celebrate kindness, family, and courage, and most definitely not magic.
Isn't it now? Go forth, young hazelnut.
What is this place?
The Hall of Apprentices. A living place, created by magic. Hidden between two moments in time.
But is it supposed to be so cold in here?
I feel it too. It seems that no one has been here for far too long. And even in Mousewood, almost no one remembers us. Only the elderly.
How long's it been since you were last here?
Too long, it seems. It's up to us to keep the tradition alive. The Hall of Apprentices is a place of transition. Your training begins here, today, and it will end here. Everything takes place under the protection of the first tree.
The first tree? Is it this one?
That is only a statue. The first tree is the oldest tree in this region. It watches over the woods, over the portal trees. It holds this world together. Trees like it are so old that they already exist in other spheres. Their roots reach into dreams, into fantasy.
So where is the first tree?
You may have already visited it in your dreams, but the clearing in which it stands is concealed. The paths which lead there are hidden, like this one. Once your training is complete, I will lead you to the clearing. That is the tradition. But first, you must finish your training, and to do that, we must get this thing working.
First tree.
Why is this all stuck? It was working just fine the last time.
No idea what that is, but there are two of them. It must belong to that machine. It doesn't quite fit. I can't get the ball out that way. Fits.
Not bad at all. The thing still won't work. But now let me get back to work.
Let's see if it's as easy as fishing change out of the gutter. It worked!
Has so much time really passed? It works! Wonderful! You did a great job! The electromagical apparatus is uncoupled from the flow of time. It processes information from the past and future and prints it out in pictures on cards pressed from the leaves of portal trees. There!
May I take them?
Of course! These 16 cards can already tell you a lot about your training, if you understand how to read them. But these cards are like dreams. Everyone should interpret them for themselves. Unusual. Another card. What does it show?
But that's me!
Extremely unusual. What could that mean?
Ooh! Somebody's floating there. That's a ghost.
A ghost, Jerry? I don't think so. Or have you left your body behind for good this time, magician of Mousewood?
I can feel my leg going numb not far from here. No, I appear to have retained my body, even if it isn't getting any younger, and its scars are itchy. Tell me, Marquis, how did you escape?
Escape, magician? I bring an apprentice. I'm pleased to see you, and to know that the Hall of Apprentices is protected.
So, you are bringing an apprentice. Tell him he shall visit me in my house.
What What does the floating man want from me?
He's the guardian of the portals. Your training begins. Take the key, Jerry. You must visit the magician of Mousewood. It won't be easy to wake him, but soon after, you'll learn your first spell. Seek the lock to the key which the ghost lost in the Hall of Apprentices. Behind the door, you'll meet an old friend of mine. See you soon.
Woohoo! Hello, Jerry. Well, where to? Let's go. Hang on tight, Jerry. See you later.
Yikes! The key just dissolved into thin air, but now the door is open. What sort of place is this? Everything is so huge. It's enough to make you dizzy. A sticker. This stone looks strange.
This is a picture column from the Hall of Apprentices.
Oh, where did that voice come from? It sounds familiar.
In the Hall of Apprentices, there is a column for every apprentice who was trained here in these woods. But this one here was spat out by the Hall a long time ago. I found it deep in the woods. Now I'm trying to unravel its secret. Banishment by the Hall caused the picture to burst into 32 magic drops of dew, which are now spread all over Mousewood. Those who are able to understand the whisper of the rocks can ask the column itself how many drops are still missing. If someone collected all 32 drops, the dew could form the image of the expelled apprentice.
Wow, that sounds exciting. Wow! A gigantic living room for a giant. Although seeing as I'm the size of a mouse, maybe it's not so big after all. I wonder who lives here. Ugh, it smells a bit like old socks in here. A giant chunk of chocolate. I also took the tinfoil. Still smells okay. Now I've got milk. There's also a bed here for little people. I'll take that. have a plant like that at home too. Too bad. I can't move the stick with my hands. Otherwise it would reach for the clock. We have a plant like that at home too. Uh-oh. I'd say that worked pretty well. When it rings, it must make a humongous noise. It smells like my model train. I'd better not touch it with my bare hands. There. There, now it's fixed. Now the cookie should have a voice again. Oh, something fell out of the clockwork. Well, it's probably not an important part. That would be good. That would be good. That would be good. Wow, that was loud. Let's see if it woke the giant. Oh man, he's still asleep. Hey, wake up!
Oh, dash it all.
Uh-oh, I didn't mean for that to happen.
Oh.
Hello? I was just trying to repair your clock so I could...
Did your teacher tell you to do that?
No. Why would he?
Old magician of Mousewood. I see my apprentice has...
Did you put him up to that?
No, really.
Oh, all right. Ow, my head. Wait 1 second. I bid you welcome, Jeremiah Hazelnut. So, you are the rabbit's new apprentice.
A tree walker in the making, indeed.
Oh, so you aren't a ghost.
No, not really.
Aro Molina, the magician of Mousewood, is a master of active sleep. When he sleeps, his waking spirit goes wandering.
Wow, that's cool.
Perhaps one day he can instruct you in his art.
Aro. No one has spoken that name in a long time. Yes, it has been a long time. A very long time since an apprentice has been trained in Mousewood.
Really? That long?
We should make ourselves somewhat more comfortable, old friend. Young Hazelnut, I hear that you have already proven yourself as a tree walker in Mousewood. Your next test will be to pass the 4 portals of Mousewood. Behind each of the portals, you will learn a spell.
Wow, that sounds exciting.
But first, there is something you need to return.
What's that?
Pardon me, but I think you have my book.
Oh, yeah, the mouse with the backpack gave it to me.
Thank you. It is very valuable to me. Now, I would like to write one about you. I collect stories, you know.
Who was that? Oh, he seemed familiar to me, but I can't recall why.
Only a wood sprite, a close acquaintance of mine. You should rest, Jerry. This has been a long day for you. Rest for a little while.
If you say so. Aye.
And he's asleep.
Old friend, what in all the worlds are you doing here?
I am training a tree walker.
That is not what I meant. I say this in all friendship. It is impossible for you to be here, believe me.
Nothing is impossible.
You slept all night.
Yeah, but not too well. I miss my bed.
Be brave, Jeremiah Hazelnut. Magicians have to be strong.
Your next test will be to pass the 4 portals of Mousewood. Behind each of the portals, you will learn a spell.
Okay.
From now on, you can switch back and forth between day and night by sleeping in a hammock or reading this magic book. It can enthrall you for hours, making time appear to pass in an instant.
Return to the portal tree through which we came to Mousewood. There you will learn your first spell.
I'm sure you already have your cards, don't you, Jerry?
Yes.
Do you know how to play quartets?
Yep. No.
I will show you.
Take your seats.
You can use the magic cards from the Hall of Apprentices to play a game. Here in Mousewood, the game is known as quartets. This game consists of 32 cards belonging to 8 quartets, or families, and of course 4 cards per quartet. If you do not yet have 32 cards, the other player will lend you some to make your deck complete. The goal of the game is to obtain as many complete quartets as possible. Every player starts with 10 cards. The 12 remaining cards lie concealed in the stack and will be picked up later.
It's your turn.
It's your turn. You now get to ask for one of the other player's cards, but only cards from quartets where you own at least 1 card yourself. First pick the family and then the card. 1, 2, 3, or 4, for which you want to ask.
Let's see what card you've got there. This card. I bet you've got it.
If the other player doesn't have the card you asked for, then you draw a card from the stack, and it's the other player's turn to ask for one of your cards. If the other player has the card you asked for, then you receive the card and get to keep asking. So you see, it's important to remember which cards you've already asked for and which cards the other player has taken from you so far. This will allow you to predict with some certainty what cards are in the other player's hand. The better your memory, the better your chances of winning. Remember, you can play with those cards, but their true worth does not lie in gambling. Still, I wish you luck.
Just you wait.
Draw a card. Opponent's turn. Opponent asks for a card. Draw a card. Opponent's quartet. It's your turn.
I'm sure you've got this card. Yes, I did that on purpose.
Draw a card. Opponent's turn. Opponent asks for a card. Opponent asks for a card. Draw a card. It's your turn.
I'm sure you've got this card.
Excellent.
And another quartet. Let's see. This card. Bet you've got it. Yes, I did that on purpose.
Draw a card. Opponent's turn. Opponent asks for a card. Opponent asks for a card. Draw a card. Choose a card.
I'm sure you've got this card. I might have known.
Draw a card. Opponent's turn. Opponent asks for a card. Opponent asks for a card. Draw a card. It's your turn.
I'm sure you've got this card.
Exciting! Draw a card. Opponent's turn. Opponent asks for a card. 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 Draw a card. It's your turn.
I'm sure you've got this card.
Terrific!
Let's see what card you've got there. I'm sure you've got this card. Haha! Let's see. I'm sure you've got this card.
Well played!
Let's see what card you've got there. I'm sure you've got this card.
Terrific!
Let's see what card you've got there. I'm sure you've got this card.
Excellent!
And another quartet. Let's see. This card. Bet you've got it.
Excellent!
And another quartet. Let's see what card you've got there. This card. I bet you've got it. Very well. Let's see what card you've got there. I'm sure you've got this card.
Terrific!
Let's see. I'm sure you've got this card.
Terrific!
Got a quartet. Let's see. I'm sure you've got this card. I might have known.
Draw a card. Opponent's turn. Opponent asks for a card. Opponent's quartet. Opponent asks for a card. Opponent asks for a card. Opponent asks for a card. Draw a card. Opponent's quartet. Choose a card.
I'm sure you've got this card. Haha! Let's see what card you've got there. This card. I bet you've got it. Haha! Let's see. I'm sure you've got this card. Very well. And another quartet.
Game over. You win.
Ooh, this isn't so easy.
Here in Mousewood, people like to play cards. If the people of Mousewood see your cards, they will be very eager to play with you. You can also find additional secret cards, such as this.
But that's Mum.
Indeed. Remember, there are 4 cards in each quartet, just as there are 4 portal trees, inseparably connected. This star map can show you where they lie. Your mother is the second card in your quartet.
And the other two?
You will understand my words soon enough, and then everything will change.